So, hello all, myself Rohan, and I'm your host for today. And firstly, I would like to thank you all for joining this wonderful session. And it's a very fresh morning, and such a delightful start of this particular event. So, at first, I would like to thank Achara Institute of Management and Sciences for allowing us to deliver a webinar in collaboration with them. And then after, secondly, I would like to thank Mr. Abhishek Mitra, sir, for allowing me to get this golden opportunity to host this particular event. So now I want to kindly request Mr. Govind Raj Pandit, who is the program director of BC and BSc CMS programs of Achara Institute of Management and Sciences, to kindly unmute his mic and say something about cybersecurity, his views upon the domain, and some enlightenment words for the students, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It is indeed my privilege to introduce Abhishek Maitra, CEO and founder of Indian Cybersecurity Solutions, to deliver this very important need of the our webinar on building cyber immunity. So these days, everyone is aware that so many people use social media. Most of the time, it is, if you consider the population of the uh, social media, it can be the top number one country. So uh, every day there are some crimes or some kind of unethical hacking happens over the internet. To prevent such danger, or to take precautions about such threats, uh, the young and dynamic leader Abhishek Maitra sir has taken so many initiatives. I welcome on the behalf of our top management, uh, the principal Dr. Kiranji Reddy, and Registrar Jaiprakash Reddy sir, and Dean of the IT department, Dr. Jayashree Nair, and our MCA program director, Dr. Shashikant Reddy. And on the behalf of all the students and faculty members, I welcome Abhishek Maitra sir to deliver this wonderful webinar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your gesture and inviting us for this. We would like to have this session much more interactive and as practical as possible. So let's start the session. So today, and another thing, I want to introduce Mr. Somodip is with me for assisting me in the technical parts and know-how, because dealing with the PPTs and other things, I need another person to help me out. So Somodip is himself an ethical hacker, and he's an he's an BCS student. He has passed out, and he is also a reverse engineering and malware analyst. So he'll be helping me out with all those practical sessions as well. So over to the presentation. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's completely visible. And in between, if any of the participants feel any kind of doubt, kindly write down your doubts or any kind of questions in the chat box. We will directly hover the questions, and sir will answer the questions in the questionnaire sections. So kindly pay attention to the webinar. Sir, you may proceed.
Thank you, Rohan. I would definitely want all the students to ask questions, whatever. None of the question is foolish. None of the question is question is always a question. If there is a doubt, you should definitely come and ask. So today's session, thanks to AIMS Institute for asking us to deliver this session. I hope building cyber immunity is the foremost important thing right now, because we are focusing on how to develop our own immunity and build up our own immunity to prevent the virus COVID-19. But we are not thinking of how this cyber crimes are growing on, and we need to develop our immunity to stop this, because we, at the end of the day, common people are the victims of such big cyber crimes. So coming to the session, this is me, Abhishek Mitra. I'm the co-founder and the director of Indian Cybersecurity Solution, and also another company known as Indian Home School, where we are focusing on providing training to school students as well, because nowadays that is the most important thing, where like students are missing out a good training, and it's an online-based homeschool training which we have started. So this should be the flow of the workshop, what we do and what we have done, and how hackers could be the immune system and password management, and few more things which I have not listed. I hope if the time permits, we'll be definitely going to reverse engineering and few of the parts of malware analysis as well. So going to the next part is cybersecurity services and training is what we do. We have, as you have seen in the introduction as well, we have clients like KFC India, Titan India, Qatar Development Bank, and there are many banks which are our clients. What we do is we provide cybersecurity as a service to the organizations. We, as a white hat hacker, perform this kind of services to the organizations, and we earn we generate revenue through this. And also we have training as a part, where we provide cybersecurity training and aligned courses like cloud computing, because we have a very strong research and development wing, which definitely help us to achieve more goals and targets what we are achieving right now because of the research and development wing. So we have cloud penetration testing as a service, so that's why we are also training in cloud, AWS and Azure. We have IoT as a course. We also provide IoT penetration testing service to the clients. We have machine learning and artificial intelligence as a course which we provide, and every student gets an opportunity to work as an intern in our company, where we also have developed few tools using machine learning and artificial intelligence. A few of the tools name as SAFE, which is a secured artificial intelligence based vulnerability assessment tool for enterprise, which is an enterprise solution based for cybersecurity. Like it gives a 360 view to the entrepreneurs, how to behave or how to react to cyber. Whereas another tool which is for common people, which we have developed just after the incident of cyber attack by China. There were phishing attacks which were targeted to common people. So just to detect phishing websites and with phishing pages, we have developed Mark Darshak as an application which detects phishing websites and prevents common users to fall prey to those kind of phishing websites and give their credentials and details out there. So this is in a nutshell what we do. Training is definitely a core part of our company, where we provide training to students. Research and development is highly important for us, as I've told, and from there we place students to different other companies, and we also require students for our internal recruitment process to be like more functional enough and targeting to more companies where we can provide this kind of solutions. So let's come to a point: is what is a hacker, or whom do we call as hacker? Because we have a very common notion of like a person sitting in a basement with a hoodie should be an hacker. It's not this. It's a common person like you and me being an hacker, and there are different hats which have been worn by different hackers. There are white hat hackers, there are black hat hackers, there are gray hat hackers, and they can be categorized as hacktivist. There are many things that you can categorize on, but mainly broadly it is being categorized with three hats that a hacker can wear: is white hat, black hat, and gray hat. So a white hat hacker, as we do, we take permission from the organizations to get into and crack the softwares, applications, networks, IoT based devices, clouds, and find out if there is any loopholes or vulnerabilities in a technical term which we say, and report it to them. Once we report to them, they try to rectify those. If they are able to do so according to our recommendations, they do that, and then we do another round of testing and provide them a certificate. So that's what a white hat hacker does. Whereas a black hat hacker is a completely a reverse of white hat hacker, because of black hat hackers there are so many cyber crimes which are happening. So they are not taking any kind of permissions. They are cracking into, they're taking undue advantages of vulnerabilities, and they're earning illegally. So you and like you can yourself be an white hat hacker, even you're not being employed to any organization. If you are participating in bug bounty programs or finding out loopholes to any of any company or government agencies and reporting it to the authorized agency where you found out the vulnerability, you are doing a responsible disclosure. So you will be awarded bug bounties, or you will be awarded monetary terms, or you can be given, you will be awarded hoodies, anything that you can be awarded from the organization as an appreciation that you have participated and responsibly disclosed some of the vulnerabilities to them, and they have patched it. So they acknowledge you and they send this gifts and recognitions to you. That will be helping you to build your CV as well if you want to get into the cybersecurity domain. Gray hat hacking, I think you can remember one movie which is known as A Wednesday, whereas kid is used to be called by one of the police authorities to hack into and track the terrorist. Those kind of people are considered to be a gray hat hacker, because uh, they they are white and black both. They're doing white hat hacking once they're asked to do, and they can be doing black hat hacking once no one is seeing. Even there is another hacking movies which you can see. There are many hacking movies that you can refer to. You will find out these kind of terms of gray hat and white hat and black hat. If you consider anonymous to be a group, those are kind of activists that they work for a social cause, and they have hacked. You've heard of the incident. They have hacked into ISIS Twitter accounts, and they have stopped those terrorists to operate on the Twitters. So these kind of things can happen. So in a nutshell, let's move on to the practical things. I think this was one of the news which made headlines. Was CoWIN website for vaccine registration. So during the website vaccine registration, there was a vulnerability which was found by us. One of our interns and employees of us has reported me directly that there was some vulnerability, like they wanted to register with their mobile and they were not able to do so. The reason was once they were typing their mobile number, it was showing that they have already been registered. So somebody using that mobile number and getting the OTP, and that OTP was used. There was no session that was expiring, so that OTP can be reused. So if you are not a legitimate user of that OTP even, and you are using someone else's mobile number and giving that OTP, so that will be accepted, and you will be allowed to register 4 new people out there for the vaccination. And at the end of the day, the person's mobile number that you have taken won't be able to register by himself, because his number is already being registered with an OTP. So that was an incident which we reported. I think you can check this. This is what a responsible disclosure, what I was talking about. This was a mail which we sent to NCIIPC. That's a formal way of mailing to the government authorities that this is the incident that can happen. And this is the entire mail which explains the OTP session is not getting expired, which leads to reuse of the OTP. Attackers can use victim's mobile number and register the vaccination without any notification forwarded to the victim. So this was the actions were taken. We were covered in many news channels of Z News and Hashtag and many more. This is a POC that you can refer to. So see, let's focus on this. What's actually happening and what we found out.
Actually, I'm getting on in my number OTP, but this was my target. So
The audio is a bit low, so I'll try to explain as more possible as much as I can.
So this one is actually right now everyone know about what is actually the CoWIN, the register or the sign in for the vaccination. So definitely, I just actually sign in myself, and I also be
So
unauthorized.
this is Mr.
Sign
Tanmay,
in
who is
with
our
the
security researcher. He has already signed in with his mobile number 9163, and he is targeting my mobile number to be registered out there. He has got his OTP and the session out there, which he has
I am
copied in the
pretty
notepad.
doing this one, and for this reason, I just actually type my OTP also. Yeah, I'm using only this OTP. The target also the OTP, the OTP. Whenever I just doing this one, my target, the OTP also not sent to the target, and target also will not understand if someone is actually registered on
So
his
even
mobile.
what he's telling is even he is registering with my mobile number and the OTP is not coming to me.
This
So
one is my
I'm completely unaware that somebody is registering with my mobile number and getting the registration done in the CoWIN app. So this is the actual OTP which he has received.
Right. So this one is my OTP, and I'm using this OTP, and through this OTP, I just actually access on from this one mobile number, from this mobile number. So let me show you. I'm not wasting your time. So I just actually using my target mobile number. Okay, my target mobile number. So here I'm actually using the tools like Buff Suite.
So this is a
I
tool known
understand
as Bubsuit to
on
temper requests and data.
capture this one. This one is a very endpoint.
So this is where he is capturing the
Forward this
data.
request. Forward. Yeah. This one. So firstly, I just remove this secret.
This is the
Remove
session.
this secret. Whenever I remove it, I just actually click on action and do intercept and response to this request. So on so whenever I just actually forward the server given me the response this one. Error code, secret keys required. So first of all, I remove this one and 200. Okay, and on here, if I using the secret key, so definitely target is getting the OTP. But here, I'm using my transaction ID.
So he's removing the secret key and using the transaction ID to bypass that I should not receive the OTP as I am the target.
And I forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intercept. Now I open my browser and just put my OTP.
And this is the OTP which he had received.
This one is actually I got before 40 minutes. But on that message actually showing this OTP only valid for 3 minutes. Now I just put this OTP on here. Again I do the same thing. I open it, fire up and verify, click on verify and proceed. I forward, forward, 3, 4, 5.
So he has forwarded all the requests. So basically, Bubsuit, what it is actually doing is it's intercepting all the communication between the server and the laptop, and Bubsuit is allowing all the communication to go through. And while Bubsuit is registering or taking up the data or the communication, it is tampering all the data manually by Tanmay, who is doing it manually.
And response to request. And the request is actually, let me check what is request from server 1. Yes. See, the server giving me the request unauthorized and unauthenticated access.
So you have unauthorized, unauthenticated access has been permitted.
Okay. And on this place, I access. I actually put my.
This is the token which is being generated, which he had received previously. He is giving using the same token.
Fine. Everything looking good. Let me check on here. Still no C. Okay. Now I just forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off. Check.
So he has already registered with my mobile number
Using my OTP.
without any OTP being sent to
I
me.
can access anyone's number. I just click on the registered member and I just actually register.
So after this, what happened was, if you can refer to the mail which we have sent on the previous screenshot, you can see it was 1st May 2021. You can refer to this, right? And this what government have done. Government rectifies the vulnerabilities on 8th of May 2021. You can check on the internet. Every like news channels has covered it, that COVID this COVID app was rectified, vulnerabilities were patched in, and like thanks to Tanmay who found out this vulnerability, thanks to the person intern who has reported me, and I took the initiative, and we were able to secure the IT infrastructure of India. So moving on to the next thing is, this is one more important thing which is right now currently going on. To be very much exact, you will be receiving this kind of SMSs and even WhatsApp forward. So please do not fall prey to this. This is sent to me by one of the news reporter of NDTV, as the cases are rising in Delhi and Mumbai. There, these kind of frauds are already increasing out there. This is an SMS which has come in, and register for vaccine now for age 18 plus. Register for vaccine using COVID Help app. Download from the below mentioned. You can, even who are watching this, you can type this URL and you will find it out that you will be asked to download some application which can be like an entire rat remote access Trojan, which is accessing your entire mobile and sending it in all the data to the hacker. So this is an instance of a screenshot of my mobile which I have taken. So if you click on that URL, you'll find out that the download now apk.apk file, and you can get the notification at the bottom which shows that this type of file can harm your device. And this is known as remote access Trojan, which can be really harmful. So I'll ask Somodip to please show in what kind of remote access Trojan can do practically. So let's have a practical session now and see how it is done. So Modip, can you share your screen?
Okay, sir. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
So you
Your
can
screen
see.
is visible.
Okay, visible, sir.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So you can see that this one is the Android setting. Okay, Android mobile, and it was running in Android 10. Okay, so if, after installing the app, okay, so we got a reverse connection on our hacking tools. Okay, so in my victim lab, if I open my lab, so you can see that we can access camera, we can access file manager as well, we can access mic, location, contacts, SMS, call logs. So if I click on file manager, so we'll get a file manager's list as well. So there is a captured video already there. So in that, I'll show you that how it's work like. So after installing the app, okay, so if we call any random number, okay, or if we got any incoming numbers, okay, so in that spy manager or that remote access tool Trojan machine, we'll got this information that there is any outgoing number is calling, or when or what, we'll get the information as well. So if we try to if there is any incoming call is coming in the phone, we can eavesdropping the call. Okay, we can listen what the victim is talking with the victim, and hacker can listen the all of the interference audio here. Okay, and after the call, we can also get the incoming call log details here. Okay, so like here we showing that call spy. So there is incoming, outgoing, everything is there. So like that, after that we can do a shell terminal access. Okay, so in shell terminal we can access all of the file managers, which is in memory card or SD card in the mobile. Like there is a folder like photo folders, download folders, movie folders. We can access this as well. Okay, so we can secretly send messages, or we can secretly read messages from mobile too. Okay, so that's
So
why. Yes.
Somali, just interrupting you. So guys, if you can just pay attention and think of one instance is, you have two-factor authentications for your all social media accounts, and you also have OTPs coming to your mobile while you're doing any kind of online transactions. Even you're doing any kind of using payment wallets to do the transactions or UPIs, right? So if this is the incident, and if this kind of an application gets into your mobile and being registered, so you will be completely in a mess, and entire your social medias, your bank accounts, everything can be just be demolished within few hours. So please avoid this. How you can avoid is, definitely do not try to click on any URL and download an application. Always prefer the official like Google Play Store or Android app stores, Apple app stores, to download these applications. Do not use any kind of third party like pages or links. Whoever is forwarding those messages and downloading this kind of application will be really dangerous for for you and your family, because you'll be continuously monitored. Your entire front camera and back camera access will be there. Your entire life will be compromised, because mobile phone is not a device right now, it's an extended part of your body. So please take care of this kind of incidences, and this is what it is happening in every part of India, because hackers are targeting, and the malicious hackers have like increased their operations multiple times right now. Because of this COVID situation, they are taking advantages of all those things that they can, like oxygen cylinders. They are giving advertisements, fake advertisements in social medias, and asking you to pay. They are also asking you to download this kind of applications, and you if you download this, your entire life will be compromised in the hand of hackers. And I'll show you the recent incident which is happening. Just day before yesterday, I was being called with many of the news channels on how ATM are being compromised in Kolkata and in Delhi. So without even like it's in like in kind of an attack which is being done on the ATM servers. So thank you so much for showing this. I'll move on to my presentation.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So I hope you have understood what is RAT and how this its function. Is not about a mouse or a rat. It's remote access Trojan. So definitely this is what you can understand right now. Moving on to the next part is,
Cochin and Trivandrum
I think you have heard of this. Pakistan hackers attacked Indian airport website. This happened in 2016. A example of how cyber warfare takes place in between two countries, and everywhere it takes place. But this is an example which we can show it because we actively participated in this kind of an attack.
Airports, websites, and many more have been hacked by Pak cyber attackers. All the websites are in the same.
Sorry.
Cochin and Trivandrum airports, websites, and many more have been hacked by Pak cyber attackers. All the websites are in the same server, and these are mostly airport websites which have come under the attack from the hackers. Our National Affairs Editor Srinjoy Chaudhary with me on the phone line now. Srinjoy, what more do we know about this latest hacking incident?
Well, these hackers have identified themselves as the Kashmir cheetahs of Pakistan, which suggests that these attackers have come from across the border. The attack has come from across the border. Now, the important thing is, of course, defense. It is very important and incumbent upon the government to actually find defensive mechanisms to ensure that these sites cannot be hacked into. And when such a site is hacked into, it naturally affects ordinary people. People who want to fly, people who want to buy tickets, people who want to know what is happening at the airport, whether there are sufficient logistical facilities or not. These are the people, ordinary people of India, who are affected. It's really important for the government to actually find ways. There are organizations which deal with it, but in this case, the attacks have gone through. And if they've attacked one server, it is possible that other sites have not been attacked and are on the server could well face such action. The other opportunity that India has, now that it has such a good...
So you have understood what had happened. Now, as Indian citizens, what we did was we tried to hack into Islamabad airport website, and we were fortunate enough to got into the back end. So this was a kind of a surgical attack which was carried out by ICSS. So let's see, we have entirely video recorded it. So this is what the website details are. Islamabad Airport website known as Benazir Bhutto International Airport. See, the tools which we are running is Nmap to find out if what are the open ports available. First, we'll find out the SQL map to find out if there is any kind of SQL injections available. So this is the SQL map terminal. This is the command to find out, and this is the vulnerable URL. So we are checking that if there is the DBA returns true or not. If it returns true, that means we can get into. Now we are trying to start the Nmap to find out what are the open ports available. See, the database have already returned to in SQL map. We have got an access to the command prompt, but we want to have an access of like if there is any kind of port is open. So fortunately we got port 3389 was open, so we got the remote access, like remote desktop connection. So if you can see on the right hand side the notepad, you will find out Siddiqui2 is the username which we will be giving into the user account which we are creating to give the administrative privilege so that we can execute the everything. And this is where the port, you can see port 3389 is open for remote desktop connection. So we are creating the username. The original username was Siddiqui1. So we have created it purposefully Siddiqui2. So if anything like goes wrong, and if the server shuts down and if restarts, then if a person can find out any username which is different, so they can terminate the entire attack. So that's why we have created Siddiqui2. And the password, if you can see, we didn't find out anything in front of us at the mid of a night of 2016, 31st December. So we named, like, we got a Sunsilk shampoo pouch out there. So the password is Sunsilk shampoo 5UNS exclamation LK 5 represents S and H is age for. We are giving the allowing administrative privilege now to the new created user. Now we can get into the backend of the Pakistani server, which contains all the airport websites details. Now we are logging in. We are giving the password. So this is the main server, Windows 2012 server, and there were many airport websites of Pakistan hosted on the same server. So what reporters of India were thinking of, that Indian servers will be compromised. We got back into track, but they couldn't. There were many websites on the same server, and there were plenty of media coverages, which international media as well covering this news. So these were the headlines. New Year return gift by Indian hackers. Indian hackers attacked 4 Pakistan websites. Pakistan airport websites hacked. This was by techviral.net. India Pakistan cyber war. These were the Islamabad, Multan, and Karachi airport websites were hacked. This is UK media covering the same news. Counter attack by India. They also attacked our NSG website, so that would they have reported here, as well as we have responded back to hacking into Karachi and Multan airport websites. So let's not waste time here. So this was a grey hat activity that we did to respond to that. Definitely, we can think of many things new. There was another incident which had happened, like they also attacked our Coal India websites were hacked by Pakistan hackers. Now we didn't hack back Pakistan. We tried to rectify those things, and we found out that there was anonymous login available on the admin part. So we reported, we video recorded, we reported to Coal India, and they have rectified immediately. So this was a part of doing as an ethical way around. So we did it. We helped the Coal India to secure their website. So coming to the password management policies is we think that there are different ways of having complex passwords in our mind, and we cannot store them, and we need to write it down somewhere, and we have another software which prevents all those, like keeps all those passwords there safely. And it's becoming too complex because we are using so many passwords. Everything is digital. Password is the only key, which we don't have any physical key right now to get an access to. So how you can have a good password? So let's have an example to it. Now, password should be a passphrase. So don't keep it as a word, keep it as a phrase. So if that is the scenario, like on the left hand side, you can see that there's a sentence, there's a phrase, I love to have a solo trip. Now if that is a passphrase and you keep it on the same way, it's very easy to be cracked, because there's only letters available, and there's no special characters, there's no uppercase, there's no new numbers. The policies of passwords are not being followed. Now you can use that same thing, and you can see on the right hand side, and you can use the same phrase which cannot be cracked easily by using some special characters, and this is known as leak language. So I'm replacing I as exclamation, okay, L as 1, O as 0, V remains V, E as 3, T remains T, again O to be 0, H to be hash, A to be at the rate, V to be V, and E to be 3, again A to be at the rate, S to be dollar, O to be 0, L as I've already replaced it 1, so it's 1, then again O to be 0, T again T, R it can be written as 8, I as I've already replaced it with exclamation, P is P. So if this is a password, it's very hard to be cracked. So you can use this, you can remember this, because it's a phrase. So you can have different phrases for different accounts what you have online, and you can remember what things you are replacing with what. And this is pretty easy, and but it's very difficult for a hacker to hack into and have get your accounts compromised. So you can follow this, and you can prevent. This is where you develop your cyber immunity. The first stage and the first level is this. Coming to the next point is phishing attack. So I'll again ask Somodip to show a few examples of phishing attacks, where he'll be showing some live examples.
Yeah.
Somodip, can you
Yes,
share
sir.
your screen?
Yeah, sir. Wait. Is it visible, sir? Hello.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. So I will show a live Facebook hacking, Facebook phishing page. Okay, so
Yeah.
for that, I have to log in.
So he's using Kali Linux, and he's logging in.
Okay. So I am using a tool. Okay, so I'm making a Facebook
Hold on,
Messenger login page.
hold on, Somodip. I'm just having some questions. Rohan, is there any problem which is being faced by viewers? Rohan and Patrick, if anybody can respond, is there any problem being faced by viewers if they're not
No,
able
sir.
to see something?
The screen is visible, but
Okay.
some people have doubts of that the screen is blurred. Somewhat for the videos, everything is going fine.
Okay. Not now, sir. Okay. So when you were facing problems, if you have any kind of problem with any of the future, like previous slides, so like at the end of the session, you can definitely ask questions. We can repeat that again. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Over to you. So is using Z Fisher of Kali.
Some interruption. So maybe the I have to restart my machine. It lagged. Wait a minute, sir.
The previous link is working. Can you send that?
Wait.
No, it's not working in India.
Not okay, sir.
Okay. So you
The
can you
server
can
is crashed. Yes, sir.
okay, you can restart. I can proceed and I'll come back with the
Yeah, yeah.
phishing page later
Okay, okay,
after
sir.
I
Okay,
complete
sir.
the next one. Okay. So don't be afraid. This kind of incidents might happen once you're showing it online. So uh, something might not go as per plan. So deviating from the plan, we are showing you the next is the SQL injection. So what's SQL injection? So there are many types of SQL injections which are available, which you will be learning if you are interested in cybersecurity. There are the different ways of blind SQL injections, and there are many SQL injections which are available. For one example, which I can show you right now, if I can, let me see if it's working. Uh, this is an live website of a cargo all-time courier service where it might have one vulnerability of, I think it's still prevailing. It was saved few months ago. Let's see if it's working. So I'm getting into the admin panel. I don't have any kind of user, so I'm using one the variable, and there shouldn't be any space out there. So this is the username. This is the again being copied, the same thing being copied in the password, and we are just exploiting the logic behind the SQL query. And this is where we are logging in, and the entire admin panel, you are there. You can do anything what you want. You can view courier service, manage alerts, manage news, and upload, scan, whatever you can, but you should not do it. The best way to prevent this kind of thing is, as you should be the future developers, and developing your website securely is should be your ultimate aim. So you should not allow, the basic thing is not allowing any kind of like special characters, or what you can do is not allowing any kind of colon in the user field. That will prevent any kind of SQL injections directly out there. Okay, so this is the first line of defense kind of a thing, or preventive measures that you can take to do so, right? So moving on to the next part of
Sir,
ATM hack. Yeah,
sorry to interrupting. That phishing site is live again.
live, the previous link itself.
No, no, sir. I send it to you.
You're sending it to me. Okay.
Yeah. The next one, sir. The CV083.
You have given in the chat, right? This one.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the thing. This is working right now. So I'll share this in the chat section for common people in the comments. I'm sharing it right now. So people who are there, you can click on this link and see that if it's working. It's a messenger phishing page. Now if you give any kind of details out there, try to give, like, obviously give false details, not the right ones or the original details out there. So let's see what we are getting in front of us. I'll share Somodip's screen out there. Somodip, are you sharing a screen? You're not, right?
Yes,
Right.
I'm sharing. Yes, sharing. Just
Yes, sir.
fill some information. Yes.
Yeah. So did you get any kind of information right now?
Just getting a victim IP who opened the link from that,
Okay. Okay. Someone is open. Fine.
and they need to be login. So we'll get the username and
Okay.
password as well.
Okay. So as of now, for dummy purpose, I'm just showing in. I'm just giving some rubbish data out there. I'm giving a password. I'm clicking on the continue.
Yes, sir. We got the information. You can see.
I'm getting redirected to recovery in the password, like in the browser. So I'm getting into the Facebook recovery section, and I'm being asked that if you want to recover, what should be the recovery password, recovery ways of doing it, right? So you might not, if you're getting in this kind of a link in any kind of like, oh sorry, you're telling something, Somali? Yeah, you're
No,
already
sir.
getting it, right? Okay.
Already getting it, sir. You can see that there is account and password also here.
Okay, so I'll just show my screen out there. What I've just go back once. This is the phishing page. I think everyone can see this. Pramodip, can you just confirm me if everyone can see
Yeah,
this?
yeah. I can see you. I can see.
So if this is my dummy data and this is what my password is, and if I'm clicking on the continue button, I'm getting redirected to facebook.com recovery initiate. Okay,
Yes,
so this is where I'll be landing in. So if you're receiving this kind of an phishing messenger kind of a thing, or anything, a mobile version login page which already promises you, like somebody sends you, forwards you a message stating in WhatsApp, stating if you log in through your Facebook account or through your messenger account, and you get certain discounts in for certain products, or even for certain services, you try to like use that, and you get compromised, your entire ID and password being shared. So this is an old age technique, not a new one, but being used in different new ways to hack into. I'll show Somodip's uh, screen right now. It's visible. Yeah, so
yes, sir.
Somodip, can you show what I have given? Yeah, so this is what
Yeah.
I've typed in. My account and my password is there.
Yes, sir. And someone also another one logging with this link, so we
Okay.
got the information here.
Okay,
Delta
someone has
Delta one.
Delta 1, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is
And
how it's being done. Yeah. So
and
you
we
can,
already created a fake site of the AIMS website, AIMS portal.
right.
Okay.
So your login portal, your website
Uh,
login portal, you have a student
is
login
already
portal, right?
cloned.
So
Yes,
if
sir.
somebody is sending this page to you, so supposedly think of one incident. You are getting an spoofed email. What is spoofed email? Supposedly your HOD sir, Dr. Govind sir is sending you an email, but still Govind sir is not sending you. It's what we or some hackers are sending you from Govind sir email ID, using the same email ID, which is known as spoofing email, and sending you this link that you should log in to your student portal and then upload your assignment which you are asked to, which you have given, like he has given you to submit, and the deadline has been preponed to like today's midnight. So there's an urgency which is being created. Now once you do that, once you click on that, and once you give your login ID and password, your student details and entire things is compromised. So this you might fall a prey to this. there is an incident which happened with one of the big companies, IT companies. I will not name that IT company, an MNC company, where they themselves provide cybersecurity services as well, and like finance audit services, but their employee portals were compromised. How? Because of same thing, phishing links were sent to few new joinees, who then tried to click on those links, login portals, and then tried to upload their KYC details out there. They actually, what happened, once they click on the give the user ID and details, and once he click on the login button, he'll be redirected to the original login portal or an original login page. So once there is a flicker of a second, there is a change in the URL, you will not be able to understand that what had happened, right? So you will just find, you will just think that something has not worked in, or some session gap was there, internet connection was low, and you are again redirected to the login portal, and you'll just give your login ID and password. At that instant itself, somebody has taken your ID and password, and your entire company can be compromised. You are not yourself compromising yourself, but also your entire company getting compromised. So this is one of the incident which is much more likely to happen. Coming to the thank you, Somadip. I'll again ask you for the this reverse engineering part. Okay. So over to this presentation, ATM hacking, which is the new incident which is going on right now. So I was covered in many news channels, starting from Aaj Tak to Republic to many Z News and many more. So what actually happened? What is actually happening right now in West Bengal and in Delhi? Let's see. Let's have an one. I'll show one video. If you can pay focus out here, this is available over the internet. This is MSF 101 on the ATM part. This was basically on 2014. This vulnerability is known as jackpotting. Why jackpotting? Because this was found by Mr. Barnaby Jack. First showed this in a Black Hat conference in 2000 and I think 2010. Where he showed that in an ATM machine will spill out money, throw out money without any records and transaction notification, anything. So the server and communication is blocked. So moving on to this entire video, you can see what's happening is somebody is opening the hood in real case scenario here in West Bengal and in Delhi. So this is a device which is being kept there, and the RJ45 cable which is connected to the switch of the bank or to the server being it's being opened, and the RJ45 cable, the new cable, is being inserted, which is connected to this device. This is also known as man in the middle attack. So once he is closing this, the terminal of Metasploit will open up. You can see the MSF exploit MS08067 net API, setting the R host, then the exploit set payload windows, and then meterpreter session is on, and what he's doing is uploading the xfs.exe. Execution command is being given. Now there will be a pop-up command prompt kind of an opening on the screen. That this shows that there is the interaction between the server and of the bank and it's being compromised, and the communication has been blocked. Whereas the certain limits of every transaction of 15,000, 25,000 as per the ATMs, that the amount will come out from the trailer machine. So this is for for educational purpose only. So this is what which is being shown. This is known as ATM jackpotting, as I have told. So this is one of the thing which is right now currently going on, and we are investigating on that. So this might be one of the incident which is happening. Just one second. So what is ransomware? So ransomware attacks, there are many kind of people might be thinking of what is ransomware. Ransomware is nothing but a malicious software or a malware which or what you can say is your data is being encrypted, and you won't be able to decrypt those data unless you pay certain ransom amount to the hacker. So this is a kind of an digital blackmailing, and this is known as ransomware. We have seen WannaCry attacks and these all things happening in recent past, just few years ago, and this might happen if your Windows are being not updated, the vulnerabilities are remaining. Even if those are updated, you are clicking on some malicious links and your entire thing is getting compromised. I'll show one video which will explain how in a real world scenario how these kind of ransomware attacks are being carried out, and what kind of real thinking that goes behind, like on the minds of hackers, where they get this kind of ransomwares, and all this jugaad system is available, and anyone can be a big hacker. And if somebody is spending so much amounts in preventing their IT infrastructure, and they are not paying attention of like keeping their IT infrastructures updated, but they are spending amount like money behind advertisement and other things, they will be compromised in any point of time. So let's watch the video now.
How did you decide to become a hacker?
Well, I'm not really sure what it means to become a hacker. That's like some guy in a hoodie who types really fast and stays up all night writing code and cracking passwords. It's not me. I just spy on people and see what makes them click. It's not a bad job.
Mark Hanning, CEO of Qualicard, set to report earnings after their blockbuster IPO.
So you consider this a job?
I put a lot of work into this. I'm not lazy. It takes research to figure out the key players, learn all about them, their families, their friends, what they care about. You have to understand the company's organization. I get a lot of my information from the sales department because they're always so quick and eager. They're hungry. People trust too easily. They don't look at the details. I do. Details matter. That's what I'm good at. It has to look completely believable. It has to look familiar. This is where research is important. It's not some generic piece of spam. It's an email from their boss with their company's signature. It's written in the voice of the boss. It's what he would say if he were writing this.
What about the malware itself? How does that work?
Somebody else out there already wrote all the code that does the actual attack. I'm just using it in the attachment. My skill is in my ability to get a bunch of people to click on that attachment. I always wonder what it's like when the whole thing unfolds on their end, when the panic sets in.
Please leave your message after the beep.
Hey, this is Rajiv in finance. Call me as soon as you get this. Something's up with my laptop. Are you on your way to the office? Something's going on with our file server.
It's Karen in HR. Our benefits dashboard thing is really slow. We're getting calls from users on it. Can you call and get this? Looking conference down. Currently, there's a malware attack targeting our main.
It's ransomware. They're holding us hostage. We're locked out of everything. I can't even check my phone. What about the backup?
That will take days.
We need this fixed now. Just pay it. We don't have a choice. We're reporting earnings in 2 hours.
But how do we know that
Just
they'll
pay it. Put every single person on getting us back up and running. That's the only priority now. Okay, it's done. I have the decrypt key. Mark, we have a big problem. The ransomware was just to distract us. They got inside. They got everything. Customer data, financials, everything.
Qualicard is reeling today from the news that hackers have released the personal information of nearly
The
2
Nasdaq
million
closed lower today, led by Qualicard, which was down 14% on news that their recent data breach may be far worse than the company
Its stock
originally
fell
announced.
to a new all-time low on news that CEO Mark Hanning is stepping down after what is turning out to be one of the worst breaches of personal information in recent history.
Do you feel bad about releasing the personal information? All the financials? All the money that was lost?
All I did was get the files. I'm not the one that decided to release them. I'm not the one that shorted the stock. Somebody else had their reasons for that. It's above my pay grade. I was paid to do a job, and I did it well. And that's what's expected of anyone, isn't it? Anyway, markets bounce back.
So watch this. I'll hand it over to Somodip to show it live how a ransomware can attack you, and even how you can take actions to prevent this kind of a thing. So over to you, Somodip. Can you please share your screen?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing. Are you visible, sir? My screen.
Yeah, your screen is live now.
So we're talking about ransomware. So ransomware is a type of malware which is using by cyber criminal used to block users from accessing their own data. Okay, so it encrypts files and modifies their file name. So in most cases, uh, they encrypted your files and the databases of your computer. Okay, so here is a sample of a ransomware. It's called ransomware, or you can call it ransomware type of malware. So it will be a executing file. So when it will be execute, it will basically encrypt the jpgs, okay, and mp3 audio files, video files, any document files from your pc. Okay, and it will be asked for a ransom amount like $990 or $490. After the encryption complete with this malware, you will get a pop-up message in notepad, like you'll get a message that you have to pay ransom $980 or $480 to this email and to this cryptocurrency. So they will show you they have first 72 hours. So after, if you pay them in 72 hours, so you have to pay $490. If you don't pay them, so they will lock your full computer. Okay, so and if you purchase this decryptor from them, okay, so after using this decryptor, your whole computer will be encrypted and locked forever. Okay, so this virus is just discovered before 7 days ago. Okay, so I'll show you how when this attack is happen. Okay, so I'm downloading this malware, okay, from the site. So okay, wait a minute. So for the database, we have to.
So how many of you guys have like witnessed ransomware or have heard of ransomwares? You've heard of viruses and all those things. So after today's explanation, you will definitely understand what's ransomware. But before that, have you ever heard of what is ransomware? Quick response will help me out. And if you have any questions still now, you can definitely ask me. Till he makes the preparations and show you, you can ask me if you have any doubts. So at the end of the session, we'll have some like 2-3 questions as a quiz contest, and we'll be offering some discount offers to our cybersecurity ethical hacking course. Okay, so if you guys can respond, you'll be getting that award, like that offer. Rohan, is there any problem from our broadcasting end?
Okay, so we download the malware.
Well, no, sir, it's going fine.
Okay. So Somadip has already
Yeah,
downloaded the malware. Yeah, Somadip,
yeah.
carry on.
Okay, so there is this malware. It's called NISM ransomware. If I click this ransomware, open this and execute this ransomware on my device, so you can see there is many text file I have here right now. You can see there is text document, text document. Okay. So after a bit waiting, it will be execute properly. So you have to wait for a minute. So it just execute it. It will take time. So it already hit my PC. It started lagging as well. So if I restart my PC, so you can see that all my files are encrypted here.
So guys, please note that he's not using his own machine to do it. He's using a VMware, a virtual machine, a sandboxing environment where he's testing this. So if you are feeling keen to use this and find out how it's being operating and to replicate this entire thing, what he is doing, so please use VMware to do so. Otherwise, you'll be infecting your entire machine and you won't be left to rectify something, right? So do so. Yeah, over to you, Somodip.
Okay, sir.
So what you're trying to do is to manually do the malware analysis, right, and find out and decrypt all those files, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
So as a
So
malware analyst, so guys, if people who are watching right now, what he is doing, he's actually working as a malware analyst right now. So if you are thinking of yourself to be placed in any of the antivirus companies, you need to do this kind of things hands on, and this is a part of reverse engineering and malware analysis course. And people who are from electronics and communication background, especially who are from BCA, MCA, and like IT, computer science, they can easily get into this field, because yeah, the knowledge of technical knowledge is bit required in this field, definitely, and you get a added advantage of knowing reverse engineering, which will help you to do this malware analysis. Yeah, so Modev, over to you.
yeah, so after the running malware, you can see the my text documents type is changed to NUSM file, NUSM file. So this NUSM file means this my all of the datas or the text documents or any kind of data I have in my computer. It is encrypted with an NISM antivirus. Okay, so this how that's how your ransomware or the malware attacks happen in PCs, and it's completely encrypt the whole data in computer. Okay, so it have two way to decrypt the system. One is automatically. Okay, so in automatically you have to know these malware or this ransomware is which type of category or of the family. Okay, so this NUSM family virus is belongs to deja vu or DJ vu ransomware. Okay, so for that DJ vu ransomware, you can search in internet like DJ vu ransomware decryptor. So we'll get a tool. It's called decrypt deja vu or decrypt stop deja vu. Okay, so it will be work like this. And like if you choose your folder and add the paths here, so it will be try to decrypt the your folders or the files what you have encrypted in your PC. And if you don't know that the decryptor is available or not, or the attack is happened it one day ago or just started the attack, so maybe there is no decryptor available till now. So you can use any kind of malwarebytes or any kind of antivirus security to uh, block the malware, or you can do manually as well. So for manually, you have to remove the network IPs from the host file. Okay, so we have to go Windows setting, then we have to go Windows System 32, then we have to go drivers, then we have to find for hosts. Okay, so in that host, we have to edit with Notepad++, and we have to remote uh, these
Remove
servers
this
from
entire thing. Yeah.
this, and uh, we can access internet after that. Okay, so while one more thing, so while you have encrypted with these ransomware files, okay, so after encrypting with ransom files, you can't able to access internet from your browsers, or you can't open any kind of internet things in your PC. So you have to first remove these from your host networks, so then you can access Google or anything. So so like that, you can access these. So for a decrypting file, so you have to download this file, emisoft decryptor cost of dejavu. Okay, so some reason this file is not running here, but it's working here. So you can add the folders which you really want to uh, decrypt the ransom, so they will be available. So like you can add any folder. Okay, like if you add a local you can choose any kind of folder, like I choose a folder. So if you press decrypt, so it will start the decryption from the virus or the ransomware, you can say, or you can set Trojan as well. So it will take time for an hour to take it 10-12 hours as well. Okay, so it have to wait for that time, and you have to, after completing the every data recovery, so after you have to completely format your Windows machine or the Android if you attack with Trojan malwares. So that's it for the malware. So after that, our sir, Ovit sir will.
Thank you, so Somodi, for explaining this. So as you can understand this, like how manually you can do this thing and decrypt the entire, like the encrypted files, you can decrypt those after the ransomware attack. And as rightly said by Somodi, we need to also do this, format the entire files as well. So like manually you can do this, and or if it is a new ransomware which is not pay, like there's no decryptor available, so then you need to do it manually. Otherwise there are decryptors available over the internet. First you need to disable the things which he showed, and then only you can access the internet. So thank you Somodi for this. I'll show the, I'm running out of time, so I won't be able to, like I was thinking of showing it, hacking e-commerce website. So Somodip, can you show that reservoir.com?
Yeah, I'm sure, showing sure. Wait a minute.
Okay. So e-commerce website will be the last thing. I won't be able to show this because we are running out of time. Reverse engineering for one of the softwares. Uh, I think it will be very good if college authorities can help us to arrange another session, the workshop session for 3-4 hours. So then only it can be possible. So over to you, Somodip. Just show this, and then I'll move on to how, what career opportunities are there, and how you can learn cybersecurity by your own, not depending on any institute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
So,
yeah,
so I'm opening a website called reservoir.com. So it's a e-commerce website. To intercept this off. So you can see that this reservoir website is basically for buying razors. Okay, so there is many kind of razors available. Okay, so if you
So don't
bought
think
any
that this same technique can be will be done on any of the e-commerce websites like Flipkart and Amazon, because they are having this kind of security team with them, and they have already rectified this kind of problem, so they don't have this. So this is just for educational purpose, a simple showing of how to use burp suit and tempering data. Oh, Somodi, please go on.
Okay, sir. So you can see that this reservoir war hammer starter edition have a price of $69 here. You can see that $69.95. So you can add to cart. I'm trying to adding cart. So after adding cart, you can see that it's asking for a price of $139. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a $139. So I'll proceed to check out right now. So
And
it's now
go to the
asking
payment
for,
method. Yeah.
yes sir. So now it's asking for a delivery charge. So I'm doing a standard delivery here. So it is basically free. So now my total payment value is $139 here. Okay, so I have to tamper the value, and I just set this value to $1 or $0.01. I'll set that from $139. Okay, and my payment method will be PayPal. So I'm just launching burp suit to intercept the value. So just launch it.
So what actually Burpsuit is doing is intercepting the entire value. So once from the website you are communicating with the server, going to the request is going to the payment gateway. In between, Burpsuit is capturing the entire data which is being flowed. Okay. So now what he is capturing right now will show you the price also being captured out there, and he'll be tempering that data. So once he's allowing that forward button, as you've already seen for the OTP bypass session which we have showed. So once he's clicking on the forward button, then only the entire data being communicated, the communication starts with the server. So this is the price. If you can see, I'll try to have it on a full screen.
$1.
Okay. So you have already changed it to 1. Now additional charges will be applied plus on that $1. Yeah,
So you can see that the value is now changed to $2
$2.
USD
Yes.
for two
Okay.
razors.
So for 2 razors, it's being $2.
So now,
Yeah.
yes sir. So now we have to log in and I have to pay for the product. So I'm
Now
not
the
just doing
point
that.
is, people might ask that, sir, ये तो मैंने कर दिया. If we can do this now, ये तो मेरे घर में deliver हो जाएगा, तो मैं हर बार कर पाऊंगा. No, like it's being easy to do it, but you will be caught because at the end of the day, in the bank account you have only paid $2, which shows that you are trying to manipulate those entire thing. Okay, so this is very like you need to report these kind of things. We have already reported to reservoir.com. So yes, this is not a main site and they're not using it in that way, so they have not till now rectified. So once you're showing this, you should have like legally you have all the documents present that when you have reported, it should be minimum of 1 to 2 months ago that you have reported, and then only you are showing this live. So these laws you need to like follow, otherwise you will be behind bars. So and yeah, definitely you can do this penetration testing and like this testings in any of the websites, but do not try to record it and show it publicly. You need to record that POC and send it to the company who is an authorized person out there who looks into that department, will reply back to you or try to rectify those things. So thank you Somodi for your this presentation. I'll move on
Thank you.
to
Thank you, sir.
I'll jump around to. I'll not be able to show reverse engineering because we have already passed on 12. We are supposed to complete it by 12. So I'll focus on what steps that you can take to like get into the cybersecurity domain. Is try playing CTF. Okay, Somodi, what's your age right now?
age is 23.
Your age is 23, and what's your educational background?
My background is BTech Computer Science.
BTech Computer Science. Okay. And when did you start your this career in cybersecurity?
Past 7 years ago.
7 years ago. You've already played CTF.
Yes, sir. Already played.
You have bug bounties in your name.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many like 0 days you have found out?
Not 0 days, sir. I found SQL, LFI, RFIs, many things like that. Many.
Okay. So like you are self-taught hacker.
Yes, sir. I'm self-taught hacker.
Okay. So you like right now you're working with us, and you're also teaching people, working professionals out there. So definitely you're doing a good job out there. So it's just like I've asked these questions live to you on this live session, because I want to show this or tell this to the people who are viewing this, or the students of like AIMS, that this is how, if you're really interested in, you can definitely start your career. You just focus on playing CTF. That will definitely, like, don't waste time in playing PUBGs and these all things, but playing CTF will help you to achieve that kind of knowledge, and that can be an add-on thing to your CV. Bug bounties, definitely, if you like found out 0 days, or you have like played or found out or hunt as a freelancer, you're a bug bounty hunter, then it will be a great boost to your CV. You'll be very easy to be placed in any multinational companies. And definitely these all things are raw talents, and raw talents or understanding the technical things, or like you can focus on CTF and bug bounties. But the point of getting into a real world cyber security or cyberspace is where you need to understand how to develop or how to write a report, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing report, wherein the internship plays a very vital role. We give the opportunities to interns who have already, or who are self-taught hackers, who want to get into this domain of cybersecurity and understand the know-hows of how to report and all those things, and penetration testing, reporting and everything. So you should go for an internship opportunity to any of the companies. We are providing internship opportunity, and who are in the mainframe of cybersecurity domain. So you can work there as an intern for 2-3 months, and you can definitely understand how to do those documentation. So that will help you to get into the cybersecurity field. So how to take your first step towards cybersecurity? Learn from resources available online and over the internet. Then only it, like, see, I must tell right now, Somodip himself is and his family was is affected in COVID-19, and still he is here presenting with me. So this is the passion, this is the level of like passion you should have towards what you're doing. So cybersecurity is really a passionate world out there, and it's very interesting, it's very attractive. And if you have that skill, if you really think in and out of, every time you think of how to find out bugs and how to report it to them, you will definitely love this career opportunity. So learn it from online resources. You will develop that love towards this field, and then if you need any kind of assistance, come to ICSS. We are happy to assist you. Try to find out vulnerabilities and report to the companies. That will definitely help you out. And go for certifications like Certified Ethical Hacker version 11 from EC Council, or OSCP, which is a very well-known certificate, and it's very high-end certificate. Will definitely help you out, but a bit costly. I will rather suggest you to go for CH version 11 right now, and then get a job, and then OSCP. You go prepare for OSCP. You will have the fun. You can, even if you land up with some MNC companies, you can even be like reimbursed your, they will reimburse your entire course fee. OSC is also a very good option to go for. So how to start and where to go for is, I'm segregating this stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So web application security professionals who want to develop their career into web penetration testing, they should go for Python programming, ethical hacking, or CH version 11, what I told, and then go to web application penetration testing. People who are going for network security professional, they can go for CCNA or networking, then go to ethical hacking, and then network security testing or network penetration testing. That course that will help them to understand and go into the internal details of network penetration testing. So thank you all for your time. We have taken a long and exceeded the time frame which was allotted to us. Sorry for that, but definitely we would love to have you all as summer. We are offering summer training for college students right now at a very low cost. So if you want to kick off your career, kickstart your career into cybersecurity and any field like Python programming, machine learning using R, yeah, all those things, you can definitely contact Mr. Rohan, who will also share his contact details out there with and also your college authority and HOD sir. So thank you all for staying so patient and let us know how you liked it. Give us the reviews in the comment section. Over to you, Rohan.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for glorious knowledge about the cybersecurity field. So I would like to kindly ask Mr. Govindraj sir to share his views upon this particular webinar, that the feedbacks. Sir, you may proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Rohan. And today we had wonderful session about various types of attacks. Abhishek sir explained with a lot of real examples and with lot of passion. He explained nitty-gritty of various attacks, threats, prevention mechanism, the strong password one must have for their various accounts, and the career options. So overall, the session gave within a short span of time gave entire word of cyber security. So I thank once again Mr. Abhishek Maitra for his wonderful presentation and taking this initiative to greater heights. And we will look forward to have many more sessions like that and have a long-term association with your organization. Thank
Thank you, sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. I would definitely ask the students to give your feedbacks to sir even, and if you want us to organize any kind of workshops or any kind of events, as sir has already told, for long-term relationship, we are definitely open for that, and we love to have students, because as I've already told sir and in the presentation, that we strongly believe on research and development. It's not a matter of a department which is kept in any organization, because it is our bread and butter. Research and development needs to be highly effective and important and strong to be there, present in the cybersecurity space, to be updated, because hackers are always updating themselves and we cannot be falling back. So on that ground, obviously students are the fuel of this company, because those are the young brains who will learn new things. Passionate people like Somodeep and other people who are there in our team find out new things, as he has already shown new ransomwares, latest things available in the market, and what all attacks are going on. So this is what we do. Thank you, sir, for your time. There's one question which is coming
Sir,
from yeah.
actually, it's not a question. The For the boot camp, Saurabh Desai has answered. What is ransomware?
What is ransomware? Is an attack which attack a target. Okay, so that's an answer to someone.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an answer. So you can definitely go for it. So
I am
thank you, students, for your time. Yeah, Govind sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. I am extremely happy that our alumni, Mr. Shivarajan, is part of your team.
Thank you.
So hope you will hire many of our students for internship and various other profiles.
Definitely, sir.
Yes, sir.
As
Yes.
if I'll request all the students to check out our YouTube page. You can find it out that many of the students who had worked as an intern have given their video feedbacks, where they have worked in live projects of a few banks. So Grameen Bank of Madhya Pradesh, where they have worked in, they have found out vulnerabilities, they have reported, they did it hands-on under my guidance, under Tanmay's guidance. So we definitely look forward to young students, helping them out to understand the in and out of documentation, because that is the part which lacks from a fresher, and that is, if it is developed during this stage, they can be easily being grabbed by many of the MNCs, and definitely this will give them a foundation and for stepping stone for them working with ICSs. So we are open to that. You can like students who are willing to having a knowledge on cybersecurity, willing to get into this domain, can definitely ask for internship. We will be happy to organize interviews, and then after the process, we can definitely absorb you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So thank you all for joining this session, and sooner you will get the participation certificate. All the participants who have joined this session will get their participation certificates. And for any doubt or anything, kindly contact us. I have shared the information there, the website link and the LinkedIn URL as well.
So signing off for today. Thank you all.